I done came a long way in my life, man. I'm talking about from some very hard times, man. Times where I felt like suicide was the only answer. I was that stressed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at a place now where I've came so far that I don't even know what stress feels like. And if I do encounter any type of stressful situation, I just hate it. I hate it. I don't like stress. I don't like negativity. That's why I'm always positive and I'm always in a good mood and I'm always just on top of things because I work from where I came from, man. I'm talking about a lot of people can relate to like the beginnings, just like the poor living and the struggle and having my mom and my dad not getting along, always fighting and arguing, and my mom going through a lot of stress, so she's it's reflecting back on us, and growing up fighting all the time and just having a hard time in school. We couldn't even go to school without somebody trying to fight us or bully us, or I had to defend myself most of my childhood. And you hanging around people, we get into mischief and just a whole bunch of stuff. So then get into like the teen years where you start being a little bit more independent. Then it's just like you start getting into gangs and street life. When you coming up like how we came up, everybody wants to be a part of something. So being a part of the gangs and all that stuff, was a thing to do, and it wasn't real in my situation. And mentally, people around me made me feel like I was real, but I wasn't real. I was just, putting on what I thought was supposed to be until I started learning. But I mean, that whole little journey right there got me caught up in a whole bunch of mess, man. It got me fighting even more. Got me guns and stuff pulled out on me. Got me some. Got me booked a couple times. I never went to jail, but it got me took down to the station, fingerprints and stuff like that. Just crazy upbringing. I always had sense, but I just didn't always act on it. I had to make some mistakes in order to learn, but I always had it in me to just, when something makes sense, to kind of go the opposite direction. But I always, like, from being bullied and all that stuff growing up, I had just a preparation mentality in my blood. So if I was to get bullied at school, I would go home, get ready for the bullies. Start working these hands, start doing push-ups, shadow boxing, all this type of stuff, getting in shape, just getting my mind ready for anything, to not be so intimidated. Because when I first started getting bullied, it was like intimidation all the time. Like, I didn't want to be around it. It's like, oh, what the heck, y'all so mean for it, right? So I started getting ready for it. I'm like, if y'all finna treat me like this, man, I'm finna be able to defend myself. So I learned how to defend myself. Never lost a fight in my life. Never got hit in a fight. Fought more than one person at a time. Sometimes it's just because I didn't. Off of that, I just stayed on my stuff, man. I just realized I was different, And just like high school, every day, all the peer pressure, the drugs, the alcohol was thrown at me, the parties, at that age you trying to focus on women, the women cheating and lying all the time. You go up through the ups and downs on the emotions and everything, the trying the weed and the drinking, trying that stuff. I tried all of that, never felt pleased with it, never felt satisfied with it, never did nothing for me. Every time I went to a house party or invite party or something like that, always left feeling like that was a waste of my time. This was so boring. It was whack. Never felt satisfied doing it. And it was to the point where I got cheated and lied on so much by my girlfriend, the current relationship I was in. Got nowhere in the streets. Got robbed at gunpoint. That was like the, dudes busting my crib, man, with pistols while my son was on the couch. Held me down. In my mentality, I wasn't scared of nothing at that time because, like I said, I fought every day. Took the money that I hustled for, and then I worked for it too. So I was saving up because I was starting school the next day, college or whatever. They took it from me, and that just sent me off. I'm talking about on top of everything else. I lost my firstborn, got in a real bad car accident, credit score went down the drain. I had pre-approved credit. Like, it just was up a roller coaster ride through high school, and just like from my kid years to teen years, it was just crazy. I'm talking about just couldn't process it, why things were stressful, because I knew I had a good heart. I knew I had good intentions, but why things kept going wrong for me is what I didn't understand. So teachers started, pulling me to the side. They see me, they see, you could tell when a good kid, somebody got major potential, is falling off the wagon. Like, dang, this kid is kind of, messing up. You haven't been handing your paperwork. What's going on? So they pulling me to the side like that. Sean, get it together, dude. Get it together. You got a lot of potential. You got special. You got uniqueness to you. Pull it together. So that helped. Help me stay in school, finish high school on time. Graduate with my class. Finish high school. Started my own moving company after high school. Just after that robbery situation, I lost it, man. It was just like I was battling with what I was doing currently and what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this can't be my life. You know what I'm saying? I knew something needed to change. I knew that my life was going down the drain, and I survived so many situations. And like right after my car accident, one of my guys got killed in a car accident, but I survived, and mine was really bad. I got hit head on by a drunk driver, and be banged up. Then I got robbed at gunpoint, didn't get shot at all. And the way it happened, it's like, thank God, because my mentality, I wasn't trying to just give up my money. I was like, hold up, man, you ain't finna just take my money, especially with my shorty on the couch, So I survived that, and right after that, another guy got shot, same situation on the news, home invasion, people robbed him and shot him and killed him, So I'm like, man, I done survived so much stuff in my life. It must be something bigger and better out there for me. So I went to church. Thank God for Minister Staples inviting me to church. I went there, started praying, and started being around positive people, and God just started talking to me. And every time I went up to the altar to get prayed for, I prayed that God used me for what I'm here for, because I knew what I was doing, and the results I was getting is not what I wanted. So I'm like, something gotta change. What am I here for? So I started understanding my purpose as I started praying more. After I left church, and I got filled with the Holy Ghost, as they say, I felt a big weight off of my shoulders, man. As I drove home that day, the clouds in the air felt different. Everything started feeling a lot clearer in my brain, and I started studying the Bible a lot more, looking for the truth in life. I started focusing on truth. I started cutting everybody out that didn't add up with the truth and the results from what I started learning, from the information I started receiving, from my clarity, man. From it's like I was so clouded from the females, and always want to be around the chick and calling up what you doing and who else you at, stressing myself out. Got the wrong people in my corner talking about, bro, what you want? Let's go hit this lick. You know what I'm saying? Just the ignorance of what I involved myself in started changing. I cut everybody off. I started being by myself. I started learning non-stop. I started receiving nothing but truth non-stop, man. It was so powerful. When stuff started clicking, you ever had that light bulb feeling like, dang, now it makes sense? I started getting that non-stop, man. And I stepped back from, the more I learned, the better I got. And I love results so much, I never wanted to stop getting it. So I started getting powerful. I started breaking down everything that I was learning. Breaking it down to, like, what does this mean? Well, what is that? If that means this, what does this mean? What is that? Okay, that makes sense, but it got to be more to it. So, like, within the church, I started seeing flaws in the people that was preaching. And I just, like, man, I felt limited. I didn't feel like that was where God wanted me to be. Everybody had a personal relationship with God, because God is truth. And if you're trying to look for a certain result, you need the truth, the recipe to get that result. So I was like, I need my own, because you don't know where I'm supposed to be in life. Only the person who created me, right? So I started focusing, man, getting my mind right, clearing out the negative people, the negative things, and life started changing. So where I'm at right now is because I made the decisions. I went through what I went through to get to where I'm at right now. And I'm not turning back. I'm not looking back. I'm not making the same mistakes as I used to. I don't have the gangs. I don't have the drugs. I don't have the drug money. I don't have the freaking ignorance no more. I started learning. I started applying what I learned non-stop. That's all I do. If I make a mistake right now and I notice it and I get the wrong results, I guarantee you tomorrow it will be fixed, because that's how my mind is work. I built the habit of acknowledging when something is not right and the results is not right and fixing it right away, that's what I do, and that's why I get the results I get. So that's why I'm constantly happy, because I know if I go through a tough situation, there was something done wrong to put me in that situation, and all I have to do is realize what happened, what caused it, and fix it. And now that situation is turned around and better now. You know what I'm saying? If you make a food that you like, and like Thanksgiving, you make good dressing or something, you make some spaghetti or something, and then you thought it was gonna be the best. But when you put that spoonful, you know, you took that first bite, it was terrible. It was not up to your expectations. What you should do is look back at how you made it. Maybe something was off. Maybe you missed something. Maybe you put too much more of something. Maybe you cooked the wrong temperature. Something was dead wrong. So once you fix that, now it's up to par. Now it's up to your level of excellence, your level of expectations. That's all I do is check and adjust my life at all times, man. If I'm not getting in shape like I want to, but everybody else is, why am I not getting in shape? I go back and check what I'm doing and readjust when I need to readjust. If my money not right, if I'm sitting here trying to scrape up $100 every month to cover my bills, you know, I'm struggling to hit bills every single month, but other people is making what I make in an hour, what I make in a month, something I'm not doing right. So I'm gonna go back and check my results, man. I'm always on point. I make sure I'm always on point, man. I'm doing what I gotta do right now to get to where I need to be. I'm not going back, you know. As I get older, start learning. If people come and go, man, there's going to be people in your life that ain't going to be in your life tomorrow. You know, the people in your life now ain't going to be in your life tomorrow, man. Stop praising people and putting people on pedestals. Acknowledge people that got the results you want, but don't sit there and praise them because they going to make a mistake. That's what I learned, too. I watch people succeed, but I seen the reason why they only went so far. And I'm like, okay, this person did good to get here, but they couldn't make it past that because of this reason, and I acknowledged that. So I took what they did good and I started mastering what they didn't do, and like that's how I got better at music, basketball, boxing, everything that I set out to do. I always pay attention to the people that succeeded at it and what they are weak at, and I mastered both of them. Like, okay, they not doing this right, I gotta be good at what they're good at and what they're not good at too. That's how I'm going to surpass what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So no limits, no excuses is the mindset. That's why I say no limits, no excuses, because you gotta think like that in order to go beyond these obstacles of today's, you know. Like, it's some hard stuff out there, but you want the results. You got to go past that. You cannot set a limit on what you want out of life. You just got to say no limits, no excuses. I'm finna get it done no matter what. Hard work, dedication, no days off until it pay off. A day off is a day lost, man. You got to have that mindset, man. Pray, train, eat, sleep, win, repeat. And you got to take that type of thinking into everything you do. When I wake up, my phone, I got an alarm on my phone. It's motivational audios, you know. I listen to motivational when I drive. My music that I make, that I record, that I write myself is motivation. Everything around me is what I need to get to where I need to be at. You're not finna go put like Sprite in your gas tank because it doesn't add up to getting you to where you trying to be. You trying to travel across state. You not finna, you gonna put gas in your car, you gonna fill it up, you gonna put air in your tires, you gonna do what you need to do to get to your destination. That's what you're supposed to be doing in life, period, for your own results. Stop complaining, stop writing, you know, stop going through what you're going through. If you're going through something 2015, do not bring it into 2016. Figure that out before the new year hits, man. Get it done. That's how I got to where I am today, and that's how I'm able to stay sane 24 hours a day and loving life, man. No limits, no excuses, no days off till it pay off. Boss land, better ourselves successfully, learn to achieve, never discouraged, man. Thanks for standing. I know this video a little long. Thanks for staying this long, man. Peace out, man. Love y'all. Holla at your boy.